did you think you're gonna go through this tutorial without my voice? I am here to disturb you. My YouTube channel. I'm a makeup artist. I'm just going to show you how I created my sunset dewy look. After cleansing my face with Dr. Rashel micellar cleansing water, I'm using this Becharm ageless ideal matte and fix spray. I'm just going to moisturize and hydrate my face with this to make sure everything blends well with my skin. I have a very sensitive and oily skin, and this is what I do to keep my face in check. Now I'm using the LA Girl Infinity All Deep Prep and Prime to just prime my face. I'm just going to be doing like basically one side for you guys to see, and then I'm using this Becharm ageless Stop the Sweat and Oily Skin. This is just control the amount of oil that comes out from my skin to really good. And I use the NWX Angel Veil. It is sunscreen for makeup, so I put this on my face to just protect me from the sun, even though I'm doing the sunset look. You get what I'm saying? I know my jokes are dry. Anyways, I'm using the Zikel foundation in the shade 20 Sexy Almond. I'm just going to blend this out with my brush evenly across my face. I build up, and if I feel it's not enough, I add more for layers to make sure that I get what I want for the full coverage. So make sure you blend. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you find this video helpful. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, share. I'd really love if you could do that for me. Now back to what I was saying, what I'm doing. I'm just going to blend this out evenly and then take my Becharm ageless Stop the Sweat Oil Skin Spray and spray on my beauty blender, because that's going to help me press on every other thing I need on my face. I just sprayed the Becharm ageless ideal face and matte so I can just blend everything evenly and marinate it all on my skin. I'm using the Mary Kay foundation to do my contour. I didn't show it, I'm so sorry, but yes, I'm just gonna put this underneath my cheekbone. Like I said, I sprayed my beauty blender and I'm gonna use that to blend until I get what I want. Now you want it to look either lightly shade of brown or a dark shade of brown, but I prefer light shade. For blush, I'm using the Who's That Girl palette, and I'm mixing this orange and the red, which I did in my palette, and I'm going to be tapping from my pan. As you can see, every other product is already in that pan, but you know. Now, because normally on a normal day, highlight blush, my village is gonna move me to come put more blush in the face. I just added more blush to my face to give me that look. So I'm using the L'Oreal foundation in the shade C6 Soft Sable to highlight my face. I used two highlights to highlight my face, a darker shade and a very light shade, and this one is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so I'm using this to highlight the rest of my face. Then for my inner corners and a bit of my nose and my T-zone, basically I'm going to use this foundation from V Beauty in the shade Cloud. And I'm doing a cloud makeup. Anyways, as you can see where my lighting then, I'm just adding it so it will give me a seamless blend. So I start by blending out the second shade foundation, and then I'll go into my inner corners. So yes, just blend and blend and blend. My skin is a very oily skin, so if you want to do a dewy makeup on oily skin, you have to try your best to control and then release. Now I'm going to the inner corners and I'm just blending, and I'm using my Issa Dose palette and Fair Up Cake palette to set my face. As you can see, I'm setting underneath my eyes, I'm setting underneath the highlighted areas. So I'm just going to set underneath my chin, my forehead, my nose, in case you don't know where the highlighted areas are, which I don't think it's impossible. But if you're starting makeup and it's very beginner friendly, if you want to try this kind of a look. So with that, I'm going to use that same Fair Up Cake palette, second to darkest shade, and mix it up with my second to lightest shade, and I'm just going to use that to set my whole face. Don't be scared that you lose the color of what you already put there. You can always put it back when you're done, like, you know, arranging the face and, you know, putting on some spray. I'm using the Sacha matte buttercup setting powder. I don't think they have a shade, but this shade and the white shade, she said, just the way I use my concealer 2 shades, I use for powder 2 shades. So I'm baking my face right now, and it's good to bake your face and do your eyeshadow because you can end up catching fallouts. So yeah, so I'm trying to powder contour my nose and then continue my reverse contour on my nose. So to give me the snatched nose that I want, I use reverse contour to just contour my nose, and then I'm taking as well to the highlighted hairs of my face, and then also to reduce the mark I get from my smile line, because I have smile lines. After using this Becharm ageless product I use, which is the Stop Sweat and Oily Skin, gosh, this product is amazing. It literally like it's like I did Botox or something. So I just put powder on that area to avoid oiliness there, because that can also contribute for your smile line, because the person has a very oily skin and I have oily skin. So I just make sure I look like a masquerade at the end of the day. Well, and this is what I'm just doing. I put powder on my brows, you know, to make it look really nice. Now I just applied that same V Beauty foundation shade Cloud to do primer, and I'm going to be using the yellow, orange, brown, and this other shade here from the Zahill palette to do this cloud makeup. Now let's get into it, and the white as well. So now I'm going to start off with the yellow from that palette, just to, you know, even out what I want. Like, I need this soft, glowy, dewy sunset look. Like, I just had this imagination in my head, and you know, I'm happy I brought it to life. Now make sure that that yellow is popping, and this Zahill palette is giving. So you just make sure that you do that, and then you go on with your orange. You want to blend it out evenly so it doesn't look like as if it's harsh. So blend so that the two colors can mix, because they are like really good colors that mix very well together. Then I put some in across my eyes for poppers. You already know why, but you know, keep watching. And then I'm using the brown in that palette to just go over it, to just give it a little bit darkness to it, because you know, sunset has like different colors, but this is the colors that I really see when I see the sunset. Using my Ivoire eye primer, which I did not show yet again. I'm just making like pops. You know, cloud shapes are not like, they don't have a specific shape, so it could be anything. So, but I just call them pops, and I just create different uneven sides, and you know, this is it. It's not really that hard. So I just had to fast forward this video because I don't want people to be bored. Are you guys bored? Let me know in the comment section. Do you want me to make it slower, or I should leave it faster like this? So I'm just trying to create more clouds and more clouds, and there was something I want here, but I was not feeling it. So I tried to create my sun. That's the reason why I put that shade there in the first place. And I'm just blending this out evenly so that I can be able to like do what I want to do. Then I'm using the white from that Zahill palette to just tap on the clouds. Just tap evenly to give it the cloud-like, but you know, no cloud is exactly white. It depends on the time of the day. It could be brown, it could be looking orangey, you could make it even look purple or blue, depends on what you want. And this is my sun. Have you ever seen those beautiful sunsets like you see in movies? That's what I want to do. So I'm just putting my yellow and tapping on top of the sun, making sure that I'm careful with it. I'm using a flat brush to make sure that it's not too much. I wanted my sun bigger, and then I just tapped more into my skin. Now I'm going to go with the other shade I showed you in the Zahill palette, and I'm just going to be blending underneath the cloud to just make it look seamless. Then I would also go with the brown shade and just try and like blend it into the shadows so that it doesn't look too fake, that it's not a cloud. So I just blend and blend and blend. I'll do this with every other part, but then this wasn't really giving me what I want, so that's the one in the middle, and I just added a few touches to it. I used a white liner to just put some dots on it, and then I'm showing you how I draw my bird. Basically it's like drawing a V, but not like the normal normal way, draw a V. After dusting the product off, I'm just going to go over with my Becharm Ageless Matte Fake Spray and add yellow on top of my sun to give it the illusion that, you know, the sun is shining. Now, by the time you add that Becharm Fake Spray, by the time I draw this eyebrow and apply the lip gloss, it's over for you bitches. okay. So this is the look and it's giving. It's giving. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, share, and until next time, this is my look.